This episode of Grey's Anatomy Season 22 episode 9 opens with a feeling that something is wrong long before anyone says it out loud. The hospital is busy as always, but the silence between characters feels heavier than the noise of the faces. Look tired, voices sound careful. Everyone is moving forward, yet it feels like they are all standing on the edge of something they cannot see. From the very first moments, the episode tells us this is not a normal shift. This is the kind of day that leaves scars. Grey Sloan Memorial is under pressure, not just from patients, but from unfinished emotions. The doctors are still carrying the weight of past decisions, and episode 9 makes it clear that avoiding the truth is no longer an option. Some characters are trying to stay strong, while others are quietly breaking. There is a sense that whatever happens today will follow them long after the doors of the hospital close. As the episode settles in, we see how divided everyone feels. Some doctors believe rules are there to protect lives. Others believe rules get in the way of doing what is right. This clash becomes the heart of the episode. It is not about who is the better surgeon. It is about who is willing to take the risk when there is no perfect answer. Every hallway conversation feels loaded. Every look feels like it is hiding something unsaid. The episode also reminds us why this show still hurts in the best way. These doctors are brilliant, but they are human. Fear shows up in small ways: a pause before speaking, a shaky breath, a moment of doubt before making a call. No one is fully confident anymore, and that fear slowly spreads from one character to another. The conflict is clear, even if the outcome is not. A major decision is coming, and not everyone will agree with it. The episode quietly asks a painful question. When saving a life means risking everything else, what choice would you make? And more importantly, who will pay the price for it? Every patient brings a story. But this time, the stories cut too close to home. As episode 9 moves forward, the medical cases begin to take center stage, and each one feels heavier than the last. These are not simple cases with clear answers. They are the kind that force doctors to slow down, question themselves, and sometimes argue with one another. The emergency room fills quickly, but the real tension comes from the choices that must be made under pressure. Time is short, emotions are high, and mistakes can change lives forever. One major case brings in a patient whose condition worsens faster than expected. At first, it seems manageable, but sudden complications push the doctors into panic mode. This case becomes a test of trust. Some doctors want to follow strict protocol, while others believe quick action is the only way to save the patient. The room feels divided, and the silence before decisions feels just as loud as the chaos that follows. Another case mirrors what many characters are feeling inside. The patient is scared, confused, and desperate for honesty. This forces the doctors to confront their own fears. One surgeon struggles to stay confident, haunted by past failures. Another tries to hide personal pain behind professionalism, but it shows in every shaky move and every hard breath. The operating room becomes a place where personal battles quietly unfold. What makes this section powerful is how the show connects medicine to emotion. Every patient reflects something the doctors are dealing with themselves: loss, guilt, hope, or the fear of making the wrong call. Even routine procedures feel risky when the mind is not at peace. Small disagreements grow into sharp arguments, and trust between colleagues begins to crack. As the cases continue, exhaustion takes over. Long hours, emotional stress, and unspoken feelings push everyone closer to their breaking point. You can see it in their eyes: the fear of failing, the fear of caring too much, and the fear of not caring enough. No one leaves these cases unchanged. It becomes clear that the medical cases are no longer just about saving patients. They are exposing cracks within the doctors themselves. The question is no longer, can they save these lives? But can they survive what these choices are doing to them? And as tensions rise, it becomes obvious that the hardest moments are still yet to come. As the episode moves deeper, the focus slowly shifts from medical chaos to emotional damage. The halls of Grey's Anatomy are no longer just filled with rushing doctors. They are filled with tension that has been building for weeks. Conversations that were once avoided can no longer be pushed aside. Episode 9 makes it clear that silence is no longer protecting anyone. One relationship reaches a breaking point when unspoken feelings finally come out. What starts as a calm discussion quickly turns into an emotional clash. Words are chosen carefully at first, but pain always finds a way to speak louder. Accusations surface. Old promises are questioned. Both sides believe they are right, yet neither feels truly heard. This moment shows how love inside this hospital is never simple. It is always shaped by fear, sacrifice, and timing that never feels right. Another storyline reveals a secret that has been kept for far too long. When the truth finally comes out, it changes how characters see each other. Trust is shaken, and the look on their faces tells us everything words cannot. This is not just about betrayal. It is about disappointment. The kind that hurts more because it comes from someone you believed in. Friendships are tested as well. A choice made earlier in the episode now creates distance between colleagues who once relied on each other. One doctor feels judged, another feels abandoned. Their bond weakens not because of hate, but because of misunderstanding. In this hospital, even friendship can feel fragile when lives are always on the line. What makes this section powerful is how real it feels. No dramatic speeches, no perfect apologies. Just broken conversations, long pauses, and emotions that spill out when no one expects them to. The characters are not villains or heroes here. They are people trying to survive their own feelings while still doing their jobs. The emotional weight becomes almost unbearable. Relationships are cracked, trust is damaged, and not everyone walks away stronger. Some walk away unsure. Others walk away changed. And with everything now exposed, the episode prepares us for an ending that will hurt even more, because once the truth is out, there is no way back. The hardest endings are the ones that don't feel finished. They feel like a warning. The final moments of episode 9 slow everything down, and that silence says more than any dramatic music ever could. After all the tension, arguments, and emotional damage, the episode chooses restraint. There's no loud goodbye, no clear victory. Instead, we are left with faces filled with doubt, regret, and fear of what comes next. The ending does not give comfort. It demands attention. One final decision changes the direction of the episode completely. What makes it painful is that this choice is not clearly right or wrong. It is made under pressure, with limited time, and with emotions already stretched thin. The consequences are immediate, but the real damage feels like it will unfold slowly in future episodes. You can see it in the characters' expressions. They already know this moment will follow them. The closing scenes focus heavily on isolation. Characters stand together yet feel completely alone. Some realize they have crossed a line they cannot uncross. Others understand that staying silent has cost them more than speaking up ever could. The hospital feels colder, not because of what happened, but because of what was lost in the process: trust, certainty, and emotional safety. So what does this ending really mean? It tells us that the season is entering a darker phase. The show is no longer asking who is the best surgeon, but who is strong enough to face the weight of their own choices. Relationships will not heal quickly. Forgiveness, if it comes at all, will take time. And some consequences cannot be undone. No matter how good the intention was, this ending also sets up a major shift in power and responsibility, the balance. Inside the hospital is changing, and not everyone is ready for it. New conflicts are coming, and old wounds will reopen. The episode closes by reminding us of one painful truth. In this hospital, saving lives often means breaking hearts, including your own. And as the screen fades to black, one question remains unanswered. Was this ending the beginning of healing, or the moment everything truly fell apart?